YouTube channel near you.
Each year, hundreds of people are reported missing in our parks and forests. Most are eventually found, but there's a smaller category of cases that never get solved. The I-Team's George Knapp is here with the story. George.
It's not a revelation to say that people get lost out in the wilderness or in forest areas. We're talking about a different kind of mystery, though. Disappearances that are not caused by predator attacks or criminals hiding out there in the woods or just bad luck. A former cop has put together hundreds of case files regarding clusters of missing persons in national parks where the circumstances are flat out strange, but don't expect any answers from the Park Service. The missing defy logic. They hike uphill, for instance, often steep climbs. Children as young as 2 or 3 are found a day or two later, many miles away and over mountain ranges. Weird things happen to their clothing. The missing often shed their clothes right away, even in bad weather. Clothes are found sometimes neatly folded, but not the people. The missing defy normal search and rescue practices. Bodies are found in places that are all but inaccessible, or they're found in the open, in areas that were repeatedly searched earlier. Bloodhounds or other tracker dogs are often befuddled. Other aspects of this mystery are even more bizarre, though difficult to explain in just a couple of minutes. Example, many of the vanished who are found alive are kids too young to speak or kids who can't communicate because of disabilities. Some who are found alive say they can't remember what happened to them.
Well, hello, everybody.
Hello, everyone.
So welcome. Hello there. Let's see here. Let me turn this off there. So welcome, Crystal, Tammy Johnson, Gary Sprite, Brian Barber. I'm glad you're tuned in. Hello, Julianne, Jean Hudson, Moon at Noon, Rosemary, Lorna, Denise, Rosemary. So as we're tuning in, yes, we are going to talk about what, Jennifer?
Missing person, Charles Lyon, missing from the Grand Canyon National Park, 2021.
Yeah, so thanks for tuning in. So we did something a little different, so round of applause for everybody. So national parks, we're always talking about this, right? National parks. So Brian had his surgery today, so prayers are going out for a speedy recovery.
Oh.
So hello, Rachel. Yeah, I love George Knapp to death, right? When I saw that news article, I was like, yeah, we're going to play his station. So.
Yeah.
But it's interesting because we hear about all these missing people, right? And when Jennifer brought Charles up on the table, he made the top 10 missing persons. And I found that very interesting. So we're going to look into Charles. You got a picture of him, you said?
I do. Yeah, hang on one second.
It's very interesting. Just like Charles George Knapp says, a lot of people go missing into the national state parks, or the state parks and the national parks. So it's very disturbing.
Yeah. Oops.
Hello, Susan.
Let me present. Share. All right. So let me get this up here. You can see this is Mr. Charles.
I think he's 49 when he went missing, if I remember correctly.
Yep. Last seen, there's conflicting. So I see June 10th or June 11th, 2021. This says June 10th. And his vehicle is abandoned on a road in the park. It says South Rim Road near Lippin Point, maybe.
Right.
And is believed to be traveling alone. So yeah, he'd be what?
He'll be 51 right now, or 52.
52, yeah. He would be 52. So, and it's funny because, let me stop this here. It's interesting because there's not a whole lot on him. Even the news articles, there's just nothing.
Now, in his photograph, that whoever used it, I'm not saying, oh yeah, and just I forgot here. Let me scroll up and hit our disclosure before I make this comment. And where's our little banner? Come here. And whack. There we go. All right, now we got that out of the way. But what was interesting, it looks like his photograph was an arrest photo.
It did. Okay, yeah. It wasn't just me.
No.
All right.
It looked like a booking photo, especially with the background. I'm just saying, hopefully he's not. But there wasn't a lot of information on this person.
No, nothing. And it's interesting. I went to the Facebook site that they have for him. Not much has been posted lately. A, and B, someone made a comment, said he's on the run. Which I found very odd. And everyone on the site just kind of glossed right over that comment. All right. I figured someone would have something to say, some response to that, It's just such an off the wall comment. So then you wonder, do they know him too?
Yeah. Gene Hudson says, I find it interesting that the clip put all the points from 411 in there. It is. It's very fascinating. However, I didn't see any news articles about family members. Where is my daddy? Where's my uncle, my brother? None of that.
No, nothing. And I couldn't even find an actual video. We're talking about that. So he said that he was last seen at the Best Western Hotel in, I can't even say this, Tucson, Tusayan, Arizona, not Tucson, which is weird. So he was last seen at the hotel, which I find okay. So then the search is going to continue, but it's going to be limited. All they have is the car was abandoned on South Rim near Lippin Point around June 11th, and he was last seen at that hotel. And that's it. That is it.
Yeah.
No, he's a
search for 90 days and they gave up.
Yeah. And there's nothing about, and his family is like you were saying, and his kids, or he was married, or he's his ex-wife. There's nothing about any family.
No.
Which is weird.
I thought it was kind of strange.
So their Facebook, I'm just going to bring that up now. So the Facebook, Grand Canyon National Park actually put it out on their page. June 14th, 2021. The same thing we saw, the same picture. And what does it say? This one lady says to one of the other people on the page, you know what I'm thinking. And the response is, what is that, fire? I thought, okay. Here we go. This lady, Shannon, said, this is my son's father. Please, if anyone helps me, notify the police ASAP. So here we finally found somebody that's claiming him, you know. So not my husband. So, okay, they had a relationship and there's a child. But yeah, someone said here that he's on the run.
Interesting. So I found the New York Post. Now, the New York Post is on the other side of the continent, right?
Yeah.
And so they picked up on this, and they said people have been disappearing inside the U.S. national parks at, and I quote, at an alarming rate, with at least 10 vanishing, never to be seen again since 2016. And this is where he made the list, the top 10. And it says how people get separated from the group during, the whatever. But, it says at least 1,180 people report missing between 2018 and the first 2 months of 2023. But they estimate, because we know that the national parks and the parks do not keep tallies of missing people, right? It's up to the local law enforcement to keep that and to report that information. So they're estimating that over, what did I tell you before the show? What was the numbers? I have to look again. But others found...
it was 1,000 people per year, right?
No, it was 1,600.
1,600, okay.
1,600 per year, over 1,600 per year go missing. And they say most of them are located safe and well with the help of search and rescue, and others found either injured or dead or from suicide or accidents. And then they say, but, and this is where it goes to the dark side.
Yeah.
But a small number of disappearances cannot be explained at all. And the New York Post did an examination on the data, showed that Grand Canyon National Park had more deaths and more missing persons reports compared to any other park in the nation.
Yep.
And now this is what's very weird. It says most of the deaths results from the Grand Canyon were helicopter crashes and overheating. Well, I didn't know there was that many helicopter crashes in the Grand Canyon. I do not want to take a helicopter ride now. I used to love helicopters, but not now.
No.
But they say in the Grand Canyon, it's hard to find bodies because I don't know why. I guess because, I guess if you fall somewhere, it may take years, right? I guess. Yeah. I don't know. I've never been, hiking. But it's like finding a needle in a haystack. Mm-hmm. And they say with Charles Lyon, there's no easy explanation on his case. And they go back to June 10th, 2021. And they talk about how his car was found out south from Rim the next day, which is a famous hiking trail. But, we talk about this, ladies and gentlemen. If you're going to go somewhere, tell somebody, get a GPS that's got a SOS button like I showed you mine. It's worth it, because if you do get hurt or whatnot, you can, at least alert somebody.
Yeah.
They said some who fall in the Grand Canyon will not be found for years. And they use a case of Scott Walsh, who disappeared in 2015, and the body was not found until 2021. I mean, wow, 6 years, right? Hard to explain is the disappearance of a 20-year-old Morgan Heimer. 2015, he was guiding a tour to an area of Colorado River near Pumpkin Springs, and everybody turned around and gone. Just poof. And nobody can explain that. So how can we explain that to somebody? You know, and some of these people, the New York Post says, these are great lead guides. These are great advanced superior skills when it comes to hiking and outdoorsmen. Mm-hmm. And you just turn around or they take a break, and next thing you know, the person in the party's gone. So what's going on?
Yeah, it's crazy. And, you know, I found something else out about this guy. One lady said he was her RN supervisor in San Diego right before he retired. So, okay, nurse. We found a career. If you look at this guy, I mean, he looks like he's fairly good. You want me to put this photo back up? He looks like he's in fairly good shape, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He's not overweight.
Oh, 177 pounds. He's fit.
Yeah, he's fit. So, okay. You got, so 6'3", 177 pounds. He's lean. You know? So it does nothing makes sense, you know? Now, granted, what did we say? I said the Grand Canyon National Park is the #1 for the missing persons, but it's also like the biggest by a lot. Said it's like 1 million miles or something like that, that it covers, or 1 million square miles, something like that. It's huge. But I'm sure the terrain is rough, you know. I've never been to the Grand Canyon. Have you?
No.
I think I've flown over it. I get the helicopter thing though. You gotta probably assume that there's a lot of thermal bursts that kind of make that.
Well, I'm not going on a helicopter ride.
Yeah, no. And you know, it's funny, when we're going to Vegas in August for a billiards tournament my husband's in, and it was actually on my list is to take a helicopter tour of the Grand Canyon.
Yeah, I'm not. If I was, I'm not now.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to do it now.
Yeah. So one of the stats from 2017 is 3,453 people missing from national parks. 3,453, which they recovered 182 deaths in that year alone. They estimated more than 1,600 people per year. They don't know the numbers, ladies and gentlemen, because if somebody goes missing, what do they have to have? They have to have somebody say, hey, my dad's gone, my uncle's gone, my brother's gone, my boyfriend's missing. So if they don't get that call, then and the law enforcement agency don't report it, it's not going to count. But cave systems, hey, Squatch and Holler, cave systems. So it's interesting that the national park systems brought up the cave systems and missing people. Why would they bring that up? So I saw it. And see if I can share this. Why did they bring that up? So I'm going to share it with you all. So if you look down at the bottom of the screen is the cave systems across the United States. And the top screen are the missing persons.
Oh.
Look how they overlap.
Yeah, they do.
Is that not crazy?
That is crazy. Wow.
So, okay. Now, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not saying all these people went into a cave. All right. I'm not saying, because a lot of people don't like darkness and claustrophobia, but I mean, what does that tell you?
Yeah.
So
now, in your research and Bigfoot hunting, how does this match up with the areas that you would go to?
Well, once again, there are lots of caves in Kentucky. We got Mammoth Cave, right?
Right.
But there are smaller caves throughout people's property as well that maybe not go back as far, but once again, you may fall into a cave. That's right. Or sinkholes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just saying, it's where some people say that creatures or cryptids come out and people end up missing. But, I don't know, because why aren't the park systems and everybody keeping track of missing persons? You know, is it because all the money they get from the government? And they wanted to tell people, hey, we got over, 15,000 people missing since 6 years ago. And
Yeah.
if you go out in the woods, you may not come back.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but it's just awful weird because a lot of people do go missing.
All right.
And Roger Blair says, don't forget there's abandoned mines as well. That is correct.
Yep. So, okay, I'm geographically challenged. Maybe you can help.
Okay.
Area 51.
Nevada.
That's, near this. Yes?
Yeah. It's a ways away. Yeah.
No?
See, Squatch and Holler, the thing is, now you got Starlink, so you get your satellite and cell phone service.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things have changed, but that's why you have your GPS with your SOS button, like I have, right?
Wild hogs. Yeah, they are. There's rumors in my neck of the woods that back in the day, a lot of the members of the Black Hand were disposed of their informants at hog farms here.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of rumors about how people did and done things. Absolutely.
Yeah, and there's a lot of hogs down here too, especially in the swamps. You go on a swamp tour, you see they're huge and they're mean. Like they keep telling people, don't put your hands out, you're going to lose them.
So it says, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
It says from Yosemite to Grand Canyon, some of America's crown jewels, as many national parks.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's like 43 or 63 national parks, and I forgot how many state parks, 600 something. Don't quote me.
Yeah.
The national parks leaves it up to local law enforcement to track and solve or file away as code the cases of people who have gone missing. I like the way they phrase that. Or file away as code the cases of people who have gone missing. That's the way they phrase that.
Code the cases.
Code the cases. Yes, that's weird. And since there's consequently, and they say no federal databases of people who have disappeared, and these federal, don't you love it how they keep saying federal land? It's difficult to track any trends or commonalities in their disappearances. And that's it. And of course, some of these cases, missing persons can be explained by tragic accidents. Yes, we know that. Inherent risks, like Squatch and Holler said, exploring the great outdoors. But as far as the rest, it's unclear. And it says it's unclear exactly how many people go missing in national parks every year. In fact, many believe that the number is underreported through the reason for that is unknown. Well, we know why it's unknown. Nobody wants to be scared.
Exactly.
So, yeah, nobody wants to be scared. Like I said, I'm not going to go on a helicopter ride. I would before the show. I love helicopters.
I've never been in one. It's like a bucket list thing, but maybe not. Maybe not in the Grand Canyon. Maybe we'll do somewhere else instead. But it's interesting. So one of the sites that we're on is the National Park Service. So it's nps.gov, and then you can look at their missing persons, and they give you nps.gov/ISB to submit tips for missing people. So that's so that's the Investigative Services branch of the National Park Service.
Gene Hudson says, I still say that Teddy Roosevelt set those parks up as a feeding buffet for the unknowns. It's interesting. Yeah. Tody Roosevelt. Welcome, Tody. So, I don't know. You think he's faking his death?
Well, okay, so someone said he's on the run, which again, that was weird. But then the fact that we had a baby mama come through saying, "Hey, this is my son's father, please help." And then someone else who gave us a career as an RN. So then it looks like a mugshot. So then it's like, okay, I'm kind of still trying to figure it out. It's not a driver's license photo for sure.
No, it's not a driver's license photo. So
because it would be higher. I want to get back up to, here we go. Let's do the present. I'll bring it back up and see what everyone else thinks. You don't need audio, but we're going to do it anyway.
National parks.
Yeah, so here he is. I don't know. You think his hands are on his hips? Do people do that? Do they put their hands on their hips when they're getting their mugshots taken?
No, they arms to the side.
So the arm position's a little odd. They're either on his hips or they're out, right?
They're down by his side. I mean, to me, it looks like a mugshot.
Yeah, he's not smiling.
So,
passport photo? Possibly.
I don't know.
But yeah, the first thing
Gene Hudson said could be a work ID. Well, that's possible. But see, when I see that, it tells me mugshot.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
I don't know. I guess it's the law enforcement in me. So.
No, but I thought it too. I did, and I hate that because I hate that I'm automatically assume that, especially if that wasn't. I'd be interested to know where this photo came from.
Yeah, it very interesting, but the clouded, just I don't know, something's not adding up on this. I mean, because when I did a social media poll, nothing, no, Gene, because I'll show you why. I'll show you why I say this. Let me go to my old department. See if I can pull it up here.
Here, I'm going to comment on this Facebook site right now, covering this.
All right, here. Let me pull up. Let's see here. Oh, they changed the website around. Let's see here. Let me try this. What are you doing?
I commented on their Facebook page and just said, we're covering this on the podcast. Any updates, or does anyone want to share any details about this guy and, theories, or even want to come on? So we'll see. The last comment, though, was 18 weeks ago. And then before that, it was just right after he disappeared. So, 18 weeks ago, 31 weeks ago. Updates, no. So nothing's very recent on this at all. On this guy. So we'll see if we get anything. But people haven't been sharing. Did you find a mugshot?
We went to my old department's website where they changed it all. And accident reports, community unfirmed incident reports. You used to go on there and look for the most wanted.
Let's see if we can.
But let's see here. Let me type in arrest. No, they changed it. But anyways, but they used to be able to go on the website and click on their most wanted outstanding warrants and have their mugshots. And it was just the cinder block wall that was painted white.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm
So.
seeing. Oh, wow. Nope.
But, you know, it's just, then I typed in arrest records and stuff like that on them to see if anything would populate, and nothing, right? And there's just nothing on him. It's, you know, so no media or anything on him. And I just thought that was very FBI. I think at the most, it's weird. So.
Yeah, it's just, you'd think that, yeah, I just looked up some just images. I just typed in NOLA mugshots and I just have images appear. And yeah, the walls are gray.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not like it's not like you think on TV where it has the height and all that stuff. So, but no, it's usually it's a background like that or cinder block wall that's painted. So.
Yep.
But what you're all thinking out there in the audience, Denise, Lorna, Luna, Moon at Noon, Jean, Virgil, Tammy Johnson, Julianne, John, Roger, Brian Barber, Penny Van. What do y'all think about this case? Standing Stones. What's your all's thoughts? Catherine, do you think it's do you think the guy's in hiding, or you think he just got hurt and they just didn't find him? So I don't know how this is going. You know, it's going to be interesting if they come back and like, no, he's alive.
Yeah, I know, right? It's going to be crazy. I mean, they say suicides. I mean, hotels too. People rent hotel rooms.
Rooms just for that.
Yep, because they don't want.
Just for that, yes. They don't want to make a mess at home.
Yep.
So.
And we hear evidence of that almost every night. We do our ghost hunts. Like I'm going to one of the hotels tonight, and there's a girl comes through named Amanda, who said she was raped and murdered in the hotel, and they're never going to tell you. Right?
Roger says, yeah, no, right. Roger says they still have the height. Yeah, most places Rogers don't have that. So it's interesting they still have it there. Julian, the government took him in the mountain where the aliens are, and he's being experimented on, in my own opinion. It could be. Take it, not hiding. We require evidence, Moon. Not sure either. I don't know. I want to look into it so bad, but I can't because I don't want anybody to look into my mind, but have no clue. Your name is Neutral Hee Hee. But no, it's going to be interesting. But like I said, I wanted to show you because my old department, man, they used to plaster your mugshot everywhere. I mean, you got arrested. People go to the website, but look at this, look. I mean, it was bragging rights, I guess. But I guess since my buddy took over when he got elected, I guess they changed it. But anyway,
that's funny. On the panel, who I can't wait to hear his report is Chris.
Yes, that is correct. You know what's really weird is that he's Tucson, Arizona. It's Tusayan. I guess that's how you say it. But you know what's really weird? Chris is the one that said that truck driver got abducted by aliens.
Yep.
And then his body just reappeared like after so long, right exactly where the truck disappeared.
Yep.
And they're like, what the hell? We searched. The family's like screaming bloody murder. So, but they're not releasing what happened to the body. That's I'm just saying that's kind of weird.
Mm-hmm. That's the one we thought that one of the family members might have done it.
And
put it back. That's what we were talking about. I got you. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but no, ladies and gentlemen, we will submit this to the panel and see what they come up with. It's going to be interesting to see what they get. I wonder if one of them is going to be like Grits, he's alive, because some of the cases that we actually worked on. Was there anything else? No, that's it. on that truck driver. That's why I'm saying. That's why she brought it up about Chris. I mean, because we all kind of chuckled when Chris gave that information. Now we were like, what the hell, Chris? I mean, you're the only one that talked about aliens.
Yeah.
But now we're like, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't know. So, but I'm just waiting for some, you know, because what happens if he, you know, is a confidential informant? He's under, I don't know.
Oh,
but anyways.
I didn't even think of that. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Yeah. You walk away from your life, now you're underneath us, and we're going to give you a new identity. So, but I don't know. So but with the national park on top of it, you know, is that why there's no other media coverage? Or because there was not one news station that covered this.
Nope.
Not one.
Oh, I know. It's so crazy. And
So-
anything that's out there is just basically, like you said, a regurgitation of what the National Park Service put out.
Yeah, that's it.
That is it.
So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll wrap it up and we'll submit it, and we'll see what they come up with for next Friday. And thank you, Jennifer, for picking out this case. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, if you got a case that you want us to look at, you can email us at bigfootgrizz@gmail.com or get a hold of Jennifer. You know how to get a hold of Jennifer. She's got her information up there on the screen, or you can email her as well. And from coast to coast around the world, we'll see you at 9 o'clock tonight. Okay. Bye-bye, ladies and gentlemen.
Coming to a YouTube channel near you.